Diane. I'm
Good
so glad
morning.
you're here.
Thank you.
So congratulations. We've got the 20th anniversary of iteach coming up, and that's a huge accomplishment. So we kind of just wanted to go back in memory lane and talk a little bit about you and the history and ask you some questions about iteach.
Well, thank you. That sounds great. I'm ready to share.
Okay. So when you first started iteach, what were some of your goals?
As I look back 20 years, I remember the afternoon Zach, Roselle, my oldest son, came into my office at a large state university and said, I want to teach, but I don't have time to come to class. If someone would just put this online. And then I had HR directors from many school districts saying, we need a transcript reviewed immediately. We can't wait 6 weeks. So I approached my peers at the university and I said, let's change how we prepare teachers. And they looked at me as though I had a horn growing out of my forehead. And no, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this. I want to develop a program that will serve district needs and will help individuals with the heart to teach have an alternative pathway to that goal.
So I heard that when you started the company, you were a single mom of 4 boys. And as someone who recently became a single mom, I know firsthand that it brings with it a lot of challenges and worries and fears. So what were some of the hurdles that you had to overcome during that time?
Well, Melissa, that's a great question. In life, you don't know what you don't know until someone points it out to you. And so when I left the university, I had 4 boys, teenagers, and I had to have insurance for them. I didn't know how expensive Cobra was. I thought it was what I'd been paying on my paycheck. And then once I'd left the university, well, I'll just have to work hard to make that money. So I figured out how many hired candidates I would have to pay for Cobra. As any mom will tell you, I could eat peanut butter and jelly crust all day long, but I needed to pay for Cobra. So I needed 35 candidates hired the first year of iteach, and that was my objective on the wall. And when I had 350 candidates hired the first year, I knew I was doing what I was supposed to be doing.
That's amazing.
It is.
That's a big accomplishment for year 1.
It was an accumulation of work. I wrote all the curriculum. I didn't have money to hire people, so late at night I would write the curriculum. I decided that I wanted people to have a way to become teachers without going into debt. Individuals said I was crazy. I said, well, I'm going to give it a shot. Developed the curriculum, worked at home in a little 2-drawer file cabinet from Kmart back then, and it just grew through connections with HR directors.
That's great. What are you most proud of when it comes to iteach?
Well, I think that we still are a family together after 20 years, and that we have provided a pathway that is financially accessible to individuals, that they can become a teacher without going back through a university. So it really opens the door for individuals to go into teaching and will increase that pipeline for districts.
That's great. What if someone was thinking about becoming a teacher? What advice would you give them?
Well, I think it's very important that an individual identifies their passion. Find what content matter you know you love, whether it be art or whether it be physical education. Hone your skills on that and follow that dream and teach where your heart is.
I love that. Teach where your heart is. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
My
And
pleasure.
again, congratulations on 20 years of iteach.
Thank you.
You
Melissa.
are an inspiration.
Thank you.